Hello, loved ones. Thank you for joining me today. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome to the family. Today, we will review Married at First Sight Season 16, Episode 4, Couples Review for Shaquille and Kirsten. The episode was called Honeymoon Hiccups. To be a part of the congregation, please subscribe. To be part of the conversation, please comment, and to be a part of today's offering, please drop a like in the collection plate. And with that, let's get started. Kirsten and Shaquille. For this couple, I was not quite able to tell where the producers is taking us for their journey. I think they are still setting up the scene. I drew two possibilities. From this episode, either Kirsten is very conservative or she is being cautious because she found out some disturbing news and is trying to be kind while determining Shaquille's true intentions for doing the show. If the latter is true, then I don't think we will be able to get the full story arc because production would have to reveal their cards to truly let us in on what is going on in Kirsten's mind. Let's get into it and let me know what you think. We first see Shaquille and Kirsten as they arrive at their honeymoon suite. I love that Shaquille carried Kirsten over the threshold. And when they did it, she opened the door and said, "Teamwork." Kirsten sits on his lap on the bed, which is a good sign that she is still open to give him a chance. She expressed that she had a great time and it was a joyful moment for them and their families. Shaquille says when he saw her coming down the aisle, he was speechless. He says, "Let's make it work. I'm coming in wanting it to work." Her response, "It's a lot and I'm looking forward to making it work." I did not see it, but evidently he saw something I did not because he said, "Why'd you do that?" I guess it was her sighing before she answered. She says it's a lot, so I'm just taking it all in. She wants them to continue to get to know each other. He then asked her for a kiss and she says he has to wait and he says he respects that. She wants to ease into things and she does not want the kiss to lead to more and get sidetracked from getting to know each other. Rumor has it that she did kiss him at the reception. It was just not shown on the show. If that's true, I don't know why she could not have given him a peck. They have 4 to 5 camera people standing around. It's not going to lead to more in that moment. He says he respects boundaries, and although they are married, they are still strangers. I guess if he is not going to make a big deal about it, I will leave it alone for now. She wore a really pretty pure white decorative robe. To me, that indicates she is very conservative. She was covered up really well. We then see them on day 1 of the marriage, waking up in the morning and eating breakfast. They talked most of the night and woke up tired. Kirsten felt comfortable sleeping next to Shaquille. It did not feel like he was a stranger. She let us know that nothing happened like we thought it would. However, to me, that indicates that she may be a Married at First Sight watcher. They proceed to engage in small talk. They still have a lot more conversations to have to feel the energy to make them feel comfortable. They had fun dancing at their reception and Shaquille thinks they were a vibe. Their wedding was amazing. They had a great time and their families had an even better time and they did not feel like strangers at all. They both wear glasses and contacts. Shaquille takes a shower before bed and must brush his teeth before bed. Sometimes Kirsten brushes her teeth at night and sometimes she does not. We then see Kirsten meet with Shaquille's friend and Shaquille's uncle. Okay, so I'm just being nosy here. Do you think that India was Shaquille's uncle's girlfriend? But because they are not married, they just said Shaquille's friend. She looked more of the uncle's age than Shaquille. Just an observation. Kirsten is concerned that Shaquille will not have time for her because of his busy schedule. She wants to be supportive, but not too supportive where she is placed on the back burner. Shaquille then meets with Kirsten's friends and sister. They are concerned that Shaquille is not as intentional about this process as Kirsten. Did you all hear what Shaquille said? I am convinced that he is a recruit. He said he did not seek out this opportunity. He saw the billboards and ads, but he ignored them. And then it just fell into his lap. Once that happened, he felt it was destined by God. Now that scares me. I keep going back to Airris and Keith. Airris was low-key suspect of Keith once she found out that he was a recruit. I don't know what someone could promise you for you to say yes to be recruited to be married at first sight. I think most of the men who are recruits say no on decision day. I do not like recruits. I want people who genuinely want to take part in the experiment. Honestly, I think this is what the friends were alluding to and why they were asking him about his intentions. Also, it would explain why Kirsten sighed when he said he wanted to make this work. On a personal level, I will be really disappointed if I find out that Shaquille is a recruit. Him holding out that he is a Christian, I hold him to a standard higher than most. As a Christian, I think we should take marriage super serious because in the faith, marriage is a mirror of God's relationship with his people. I am clueless on what someone could promise you to be recruited to be married at first sight. I know social media is saying $1,500 per episode and the followers and fame you could receive, and maybe that's true. We see that Justin got a movie role after appearing on the show. I just cannot imagine it. I think if Kirsten found out that he is a recruit, she is going to want to take things really slow to ensure she understands his true motives and intentions. If that's the case, then I don't blame her. Now, I'm not excusing her from giving him a kiss at the altar because she would not have known anything at that time. However, we know that a lot of things can be revealed at the reception when you are mingling with family and friends. They then ask, things have just come to you. What if Kirsten does not warm up to you right away? Are you going to be patient with her? What happens when you get back from the honeymoon and she is super reserved? How do you plan to deal with that? Shaquille says it's all about balance. Although their families mesh together, they may not mesh together. They have to build that bond between them. They tell him that Kirsten is careful about who she allows into her heart. Therefore, she will be hesitant and slow. But as he becomes consistent, she will bloom like a flower. We have all seen what slow looks like, and its name is Jeffy. That was the worst case of what slow looks like. The entire season, he kept reminding Shanice that she was a stranger and he did not know her like that. However, they did make it to the other side. Shaquille and Kirsten debrief after meeting with the family. Shaquille says his family does not know what it took for him to get where he is. He held up a guard. He is supposed to be the strong person, the lead. He has gone through many silent battles, and people only see the good things that you are doing. They always think he is good, and sometimes he's not. He does not share because of pride, and Kirsten admits that she is the same way as well. You are not to show any weaknesses. And Kirsten thinks that will be something they both need to work on. They agree that they will look for clues and work on it together. I love this conversation. It's very natural for all of us. I don't think my issue is pride, but just a feeling of they don't want to be bothered with my issues because they have issues of their own. I feel like they are having the deep conversations to get to know each other and make this marriage work. Kirsten seems invested, like she is going to give this marriage a chance. They then receive their gift basket, letting them know they are going to Jamaica for their honeymoon. Shaquille tells Kirsten that they will not go on their honeymoon right away. but will make a pit stop in Jacksonville, Mississippi, where she will go to class with him and see him in action because he needs to present his research for his degree. She says she would be much more happier for him if it was not their honeymoon, but she will support and he owes her big time. I would be excited to go and support and see my new husband in action. We then see Kirsten broadcasting from a hotel room in Jacksonville, Mississippi. She says she has been stuck in the hotel room all day and Shaquille has a lot of making up to do. Now, Shaquille, you must do better. He presented it as if she would see him in action. If she was going to be sitting in the room alone, she could have met him in Jamaica and left with the other couples. I would really like to know more of this story. Did he think she could go with him and found out later that was not an option? Did he just want them to travel together to further get to know one another? I think knowing how the actual events unfolded will allow us to know a little more about Shaquille. I guess the only saving grace is they only missed one day of their Jamaican vacation. I guess the men can't win for losing. He takes Kirsten with him on his school trip, and I have a problem with it. Last year, Mitch left his wife at home, and I had a problem with it. Well, that's all for this couple. What do you think? Do you think Shaquille is a recruit and Kirsten is trying to discover his motives? Do you think Shaquille has pure intentions and wants this marriage to work? Do you think Kirsten should have went to Jamaica with the other couples? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please check out Airris and Jasmine next. And with that, until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, live with intention. Be intentional.